Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of RHOX Garage. I'm your host, Dan, and on today's episode, we're going to be installing a 1/4-inch windshield on a Club Car Precedent, part number WIN-3015. Now, before we get started, let's take a look at what comes in the kit and the tools that we're going to need to perform the installation. Now, when you open up your kit, you're going to find your windshield itself. The windshield will have plastic on both the front and the back that will need to be peeled off before we start installing. And also with your kit, you're going to have your 2 mounting channels, your upper clamps with some hardware, a bag of hardware, and a rubber gasket for the bottom of the windshield. Now we've taken a look at all the parts, let's go ahead and take a look at the tools that we're going to need to perform the installation. So the tools that we're going to need to perform the installation are a cordless drill with a 10mm socket, an 8mm socket, and a 10mm open-ended wrench. Now we've taken a look at all the tools, let's go ahead and get started. So the first step in our installation process is to peel back the plastic covering just far enough so that we can get our extruded channels onto the windshield. And when you're placing these on, you want to do your best to get them centered in the windshield. Now flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Once your extruded channels are in place, you can go ahead and put your rubber gasket along the bottom edge of the windshield. Then any excess material we have, we can go ahead and just trim off. We have the rubber gasket installed, and before we put the windshield on the cart, we want to make sure that we install our rubber grommets. You want to make sure that the little nub goes to the inside of the cart. These are going to go right in the channels cut out on either side of the windshield. Now our windshield is ready to go on our cart. Now that our windshield is on our cart, we can go ahead and install our hardware in the lower portion of the windshield. Now, when we're tightening up that hardware, we only want to hand tighten it so we don't crack our windshield. Now, when you go to install your washer and your cap nut on the back of the hardware, you want to press down on the front of the windshield to expose a few more threads so you can go ahead and thread your hardware on. And once you've installed one side, you can go ahead and repeat the process on the other side. So the next step in our installation process is to install our upper windshield clips. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the clamp side on the windshield, and then we're going to fold the windshield up to find out where our clamp is going to land. And now that we know where our clamp is going to land, we can take the included self-tapping screw and go ahead and mount the clamp to the top strut. And now repeat the same process on the other side. Now that we've installed those upper clamps, our next step is to remove the plastic covering off the back of the windshield and install the 4 little rubber bumpers that came in the kit. We're going to install one at the lower corner and the upper corner of each side. Once you've removed all of your plastic, that'll complete the installation for part number WIN-3015 on our Club Car Precedent. Thanks for watching this episode of RHOX Garage. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.